Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to build a sump out of just a standard glass aquarium. So, thanks to Petco's dollar per gallon sale, I just bought a 20-gallon long aquarium, and I want to turn this into a sump for another set of seahorse fry rearing tanks. I'm going to just install one baffle to separate my return and skimmer, which will just be in one section, and my drain and skimmer will be in one section, and my return will be in another, so that my skimmer water level can be held to a water level can be held level. I'm going to be using one acrylic baffle. Usually I will use glass baffles, but I happen to have some 1/4 inch acrylic, so I decided to use that. The challenge with acrylic is acrylic and glass don't adhere well together. That's because acrylic does not adhere very well to the silicone. But if you use a big enough baffle, it actually works okay. So I'm using a 1/4 inch thick baffle, and I chose the height so I could get as much water volume on this side as possible to maximize the amount of water volume in my sump. I'll have 2 filter socks and a skimmer, and then just a return section that I'll have to keep an eye on to keep my water level. To keep this baffle straight, I'm going to use this right angle clamp that's available from Harbor Freight. I'm going to clamp it onto the top of this, and you'll notice that it doesn't reach. But the little trick is I got 2 little thin pieces of cardboard that I can put around my baffle so it kind of triangles up, and then tighten that onto those, and it will minimize the amount of movement in my baffle. And I have clearance on all the sides. So that's where I'm going to want it. And to do this job, I use all-purpose adhesive silicone, 100% silicone. At Home Depot, it's a little green thing. It has to say aquarium safe, like it does over here, else you don't want to use it. And I'm going to want to seal both sides all along the edges. So this is a used stick, and since I don't care about it being pretty, I'm not going to use the little regulator. I'm just going to go to town and make a nice thick bead of silicone. So like I said, I will usually buy a glass baffle from Home Depot, and you can just get like 1/8 inch thick stuff. And
just added a reminder for glass apple to your Amazon cart, where you can choose something before checkout.
And it works great.
Amazon's choice. H&B glazed crystal apple paper ray craft decoration, red.
But I hate cutting the glass, so I decided to go with the acrylic because it's so much easier to work with. Okay, so that is it. It's pretty simple. Just you want to make sure you got silicone everywhere you can get it. And then you want to let that dry for at least 24 hours. One question someone might have is, if this was for like a display tank or anything that I cared about a little bit more, I'd have a bubble trap. And that would be done by setting another piece of acrylic that goes from the top down with a gap at the bottom. Generally you'll see 3 panes together. And I decided not to do that for this just because it's for a fry rearing tank and there's not much going on. So I'm not as concerned about micro bubbles as I normally would be. For my displays, I definitely would have done the bubble trap because it's really important for your fish and stuff so they don't get micro bubbles and, well, die. So I'm just kind of using this whole tube up, going to town, making sure I got a nice strong silicone seal and that it's everywhere. Okay, nice and go. Good. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward, really easy to do. And we'll see this tank in action in a couple builds when I build another fry rearing tank. Cool. Hope you guys learned what you needed to. Thanks.